Good morning, everyone. My name is Saish Naik, and I'm very excited to speak to you today with reference to the class 3 of the Digital Marketing Internship Course. It has been a great experience so far regarding the Digital Marketing Internship Course. In class 1, we talked about the creating our own niche. The niche is the business area in which we would like to serve. In class 2, we talked about the customer avatar, which is basically the ideal customer that we would like to serve. In class 3, that is the last class, we talked about talking to the customer, grabbing his attention, and sustaining his attention and transforming him by encouraging him to buy our product or service. Now, how do we do so? And we are able to do so using the 7 triggers for selling success or the shortcuts that your respondents take to make their buying decisions. Why do they take the shortcuts? Because all human beings are hardwired to take few shortcuts. This is through our evolution. Now, the class starts with the adage of frugality of freedom and the advice of Deepak Sir to start maintaining our personal expenses. That is because we are all budding entrepreneurs and who will get into entrepreneurship or be related to entrepreneurship in due course. So, as successful businesses maintain and record and capture everything that is related to it, what best for us than to capture our personal incomes and expenses? So, the practice of frugality helps us to get monetary freedom and helps us to move to the next level of entrepreneurship. Next, Deepak Sir talks about the power of compounding of money. So, money should never be kept isolated or stored in an isolated location. Rather, it should be invested. How do we invest it wisely? We can invest it wisely by becoming 1% better every day and increasing the value of our money by 5% every 1 month. This will ensure that in 10 to 15 years, the value of our money will increase by 37 times or more. So, money, the value of money can be increased by compounding. Next, Deepak Sir talks about the importance of sales and sales skill sets. Sales skills can never be complemented by technical skills. That's because without selling, you are unable to give any value to those technical skills that you possess. For example, a doctor with sound medical skills, if he is unable to sell those skills, his value of his degree and his expertise amounts to nothing. So sales are the primary skill sets that everybody should possess. Sales success hinges on our ability to get the yes from our known and business contacts. We have to get the yes from our immediate family, from our spouse, from our employees, from our customers, from our business partners, from our associates. So we have to get all these people aligned to our business models and our products and services for us to succeed in sales. Now I will talk about the 7 triggers of sales success. First, I would like to list it down, and then I will explain them individually. The first trigger is that of social proofing. Second is scarcity. Third is reciprocity. Fourth is authority. Fifth is commitment. Sixth is liking. And seventh is fear. Social proofing. Social proofing is a very key trigger because people normally look for reviews before they purchase anything. This is especially true in reference to several e-commerce items. Also, we look for social proofing and what is known as sheep mentality in making our major life decisions like career decisions. For example, if my close friend has chosen engineering as his choice of career, I would be more influenced to do the same. Social proofing demonstrates itself even in basic life decisions like our choice of movies that we would like to watch or our choice of actors. So social proofing is a key trigger for sales success. The second trigger is that of scarcity. Scarcity creates value and scarcity creates the urgency for purchasing. Some examples of statements issued to create the scarcity are like a few items remaining for some product that I would like to purchase, or the big Friday sale is coming to an end in 3 hours, or few limited seats available in a course that I would like to join, or few front row seats for a theater show that I'm interested to watch. These statements create an urgency in me to purchase the product or service in question. So scarcity is a powerful trigger. The next trigger is that of reciprocity. So what happens in reciprocity is that we are attracting our respondents to our product or service through giving them a lot of freebies so that they may reciprocate the same in due course. Freebies associated with online courses are free ebooks or a free online session. Or in case of a hospital, it can be a free medical camp. So as marketers, we need to keep account of all these freebies or offers, attractive reciprocating offers for reciprocation that we are giving to our target audience so that we can encash the same when the time is right. So reciprocity is also one of the key triggers for sales success. The fourth trigger is that of authority. We tend to follow figures of authority whenever we are taking any major decisions. Now, who are the authoritative figures in our life? First and foremost, our father, then our teacher, and further down, our own personal doctor or lawyer. And we always tend to refer expert opinions whenever we are taking some major decision in our life. So, how do businesses create that level of authority required to generate this trigger? Is basically they build a strong bank of social proofing. The fifth trigger is that of commitment. Commitment is really important because people normally do not contradict themselves when they are committed for a particular cause. So the trick for this trigger to work is to get people committed for smaller amounts and then upscale their levels of commitment to the levels that are required for our product or service. A very good example of this is the yellow ribbon experiment that a cancer research organization had used. So what this cancer research organization did is that it sent volunteers to a set of people to get the funding. But by human nature, in the first go, nothing happened. So what this agency did next was invite these people to a fair and get these people committed to the cause of cancer research by tying a yellow ribbon on their wrists. So after the entire exercise was completed and a photo op was taken with these people, respondents, having this yellow ribbon, these volunteers, when they visited the houses of these respondents next, they were more open to part with their money for cancer funding research. So commitment is also a very key trigger for sales success. The sixth trigger is that of likability or liking. All things being same, people would like to do business with those enterprises whom they respect, like, and value. So how do enterprises build this element of likability among their target audiences? This happens to by finding common grounds with the target respondents, like finding their pain points and highlighting and communicating on the pain points in a language that is common with the respondents. So once this factor of likability demonstrates in the communication of the enterprises and the acceptance of this communication by the target respondents, it itself becomes a trigger for sales success. The last and not the least trigger is that of fear. Fear is a very important trigger because the fear of losing something can often create a greater urgency than the hope of gaining something. So marketers need to use this element of fear, of pain or loss that the respondents would incur if they miss out on this offer. So I would now like to summarize what we have learned in terms of 7 triggers by relisting them as number 1, social proofing, number 2, scarcity, number 3, reciprocity, number 4, authority, number 5, commitment, number 6, likability, and number 7, fear. After completing these 7 triggers for sales success, Deepak Sir talks about the tip related to copywriting. Copywriting is basically the vehicle or the channel by which marketers are able to connect with the target audience and influence them to purchase their product or service. So a few tips were shared by Deepak Sir during the class, such as using short sentences instead of big ones, talking more on benefits rather than features, using hook sentences in headings, and a few other points that helps us to build the effective copy. So it has been a great experience of learning with Deepak Sir during class 3 of this course. And the whole experience has been really great. And I must say that Deepak sir is proceeding in a very logical fashion. He started with the niche, and then he was in this class 2 we were more definite uh, with our creation of the customer avatars, and currently in class 3 we are clear on what needs to be communicated to our target respondents. So far the journey has been good, and I am really excited for future classes. I'm sure that you too are. So thanks a lot, and thanks for listening to me, and it has been a great experience so far.